How's it going, everybody? It's the Lob here with another Minecraft video. Let's get going. So anyway, in this video, guys, we're going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial for these items that you see behind us. I had this guy right here requested as a tutorial, so I figured I'd do that. Let's get started, y'all. So to get started on this statue right here, we're going to start off by creating this fountain base, which we do with our brick stairs. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to create this little diagonal pattern here going 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one starts the other side, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have a circle that looks like this, and then you fill the bottom in with this pattern like this. Now next we're going to be building the statue part of it, just going all the way up to that water spot right there. You can use whatever block that you want, and we're going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like this. Then we're going to come in with our brick stairs, and we're going to outline the edges like this, and then in between the stairs, we're going to place any orange block that you'd like. I'm using chiseled sandstone block right here. We're then going to take stairs and put them upside down like so, with our brick stairs right there. We're then going to take our acacia fences, placing them on top of our chiseled sandstone, right, red sandstone, and we're going to go around with our sandstone slabs right here. Next, we're going to place our armor stands facing outwards like this. Now, this is where you guys can get creative with what you do. You can put on those armor stands whatever you'd like. Next, we're going to place our sandstone stairs around the top like this. And then we're going to place our sandstone slabs going one out from each one of those stairs. And then we're going to place some temporary blocks in real quick on these corners like this. So with my temporary blocks in place, I'm then going to do this pattern on all sides, and getting all the corners filled in just like this, so that you have a pattern that looks kind of like that. The next thing I'm going to do is build up 3 with these sea lanterns, breaking this one right here, and then I'm going to cover this sea lantern with trapdoors, open that up, break it, and then I'm going to place my water right there, and it will run down into the fountain, and we can fill our fountain. The next thing we're going to do is make the bird part of it right here, placing these orange around like this. Kind of creates a feet right there, and then we're just going to place our dark prismarine on top, and then I put a sea lantern in there just to help with the light levels. Next, I'm going to place a acacia trap door just like this to make a square up here, and then I'm going to create the shape of each wing right here, and then it's 1, 2, 3, and then it's 1, 2, and then it's 1. And then on the bottom of each one of these, we're going to place our wings like so. And I'm going to mirror that on the other side, like that. And then I'm going to take my warped trap doors, and just to add a little bit of detail, you can leave this out if you want, if you don't want those in there, and do that. And then along the top like this, I'm just going to line the whole top with the spruce trap door like so. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add in these glass panes just like this. And I'll repeat this pattern that I have here on the other side, so that it looks like this. The next thing we're going to do is add these acacia trap doors around the outside like this, having these up, these down, this up, just like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our front wall here of glass panes, and we do that by just putting in a 3x3 square of glass panes like this, and I'm going to put it on the other side as well. And now we're going to do the head of the bird. So we're going to place in 3 dark prismarine right there. Again, I like to put a sea lantern in the middle just to kind of help with the light levels here. Then we're going to place 3 full dark prismarines on the front, 1 on the back, and the side ones back here we're going to place just like so. While we're back here, I'm going to add a staircase up on top like this. I am going to have another staircase right there, and a staircase facing to the side like that. Same thing over here, a staircase facing like this, and one to the side like that. And then 2 full blocks to complete the head like so. And on the front here is where we put our beak with our upside down orange sandstone staircase. Now you can put these eyes in if you want, you don't have to, it's up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and do that with the wither skeleton skulls just like so. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add the water to it. Now I only add it in a cross like this. I only add it there, 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 and there. By not adding it on the corners, it gives a more rounded look that looks a little bit more natural. But again, you can have that up there if you want, not necessary. And then finally, the very last thing we do is we add our conduit to the middle, and it should activate. And what this will do is in rain, if you are 32 blocks away from it, you will have night vision and water breathing. So if you place this next to the shore, you get a little bit of water breathing in the water. It's not a super long range, so don't expect too much out of it. But yeah, this is the entire build, guys. Super easy, super simple, and something I hope that you guys really enjoy having in your world. And so now we're going to move on to these statues. So for this statue right here, I've got this base right here of a 3x3 andesite, and then just surrounded it with polished andesite stairs. So this is the standing up design that I have come up with right here. It's just two simple staircases like this with my chiseled stone block back here, and then just a regular stone brick going up, and that creates the bottom half of the thing. I then use these grindstones here for knees, and then I'll do this same pattern but backwards over here with the stone bricks, and then the chiseled stone bricks on top. And then in the center of this, I place an upside down staircase like so. Facing inwards on both of these, I will create the lower half of the body like this. And then in the middle, as this is kind of like an automaton kind of look, we have another grindstone right there to help it bend over. And then we're going to just mirror this pattern right here, so except for this staircase, and having this go up like that. And in the center here, you can put a sea lantern, any sort of light that you want to put in there. And then on the top here, I'm going to come around to the back, face this way, and place my observer so that I've got my little face on there. I love that those look like little faces. It's amazing. Next, I'm going to go ahead and place a stone block right here like this. I know this is a little bit different than the one I have back there, but it's what I want to do. I'm going to place a block right there just like that. I'm going to place a hopper facing into this block right here with my chiseled on the end, and then an andesite wall as the hand. Now I'm going to do the same principle over here and making the arm, where I'm going to place my hopper in the same spot as that one, and then I'm going to put my stone brick, and then I'm going to put my chiseled stone brick, and then I'm going to put an andesite wall, and now I have the basic shape of it. Now you can place any one of these weapons into this one. I'm actually, instead of doing the trident on this one, I'm going to do the axe so that you can see how to build it, because you can kind of just look at that and build the trident like that. So we're going to do this axe over here. Sorry, I forgot one thing. His armor. He's got some shoulder pads right here, which are some spruce trapdoors, just like this. And then I place spruce signs like that to kind of act as the straps, and then I add iron trapdoors to the side. Now you can add a helmet. Really all the helmet would be is just a trapdoor on top, and then a trapdoor on the back like that. And then if you want, you can extend this back here. It's really up to you. I'm gonna do this, give him a mullet this time. He's got a mullet. Rocket it, dude. So to start, we're gonna make just the staff going down. So for this one, standing up tall like this, on the very top we're gonna place our podium like so, and then on top of the podium we're going to place our anvil like this. Next I'm going to create I had to go down a little bit first because I got to put another podium right here facing that way. Then we're going to go down until we are 4 from the bottom. So 1, 2. I'm going to place 2 in the bottom right here, 1, 2, with some iron fences right there. I'm going to place a anvil on top like so, and then on this side I'm going to place my podium again to kind of create that feel, that look that I got going on. Next we're going to do the axe head, which we'll do starting with 2 polished andesite blocks like this. Then I'm going to place a couple of temporary blocks out here so it's easier to place these in like that, creating this pattern just like this. And I am going to cap the ends off here with some dark oak trap doors, placing some buttons on like this. Now for this side, we're going to place our L shapes sticking out instead of into the block. Come one out and place these 3 like that. Then we're going to face a staircase facing that way and a staircase facing this way. We're then going to come down to the bottom here and have a staircase that rounds this bottom off like so. Then we can put another staircase like this and another staircase to finish off the bottom of this axe, so it looks like this. And then to get the top part of the axe, all we do is we place in 3 staircases, one upside down facing out like this, one right side up facing out like this, and then one to round off the corner. Finally, this is where you don't have to put this part in if you don't like it, but I really like just this little extra curve that these trapdoors give. And last, we're going to make the spike on top. We do that with an anvil right there, and then we place just 2 polished blackstone walls, or any blackstone wall that you'd like, 2 iron trapdoors going out, and then 1 up like so. And now you have the axe. Now you can make this facing any direction that you want. It does feel kind of awkward that it's facing in front of his face. I didn't realize that when I was making it. What I would do is rotate this out so that the axe is facing out this way. But that's just showing you how to build it. Don't do it this way. It's stupid. The last thing I'm going to show you guys how to build is this sword, because I am super proud of this original design of mine. So I'm going to show you how to build it right here on the ground. Alright, so to make this sword, we're just going to start from the bottom and work our way up. We place the very bottom of the sword with our hopper facing down, and then we're going to place the hand where the guy is holding it. Now, if you don't put the hand there, you just want the sword, you can replace it for a polished black stone. So that's what I'm going to do since there's nobody holding this one. And then I'm going to place the anvil up on top, and on top of that I'm going to put the respawn anchor. With the respawn anchor, it's very important that you only click it with glowstone 4 times. If I were to click this one more time, it would explode and ruin everything around this, so don't do that. The next thing we're going to do is shift click and put our hilts on like so, and I put those dark oak trapdoors on to blend in with the black hilt right there like so. Next, we make the blade with our mine carts stacked on top of each other, and the way we do this is by shift clicking this top one and then we're going to go up 18. So 1, 2, 3, 18. And what we're going to do is on the very top of each one of these, put one on top, we're going to break one in the middle, put one on top, break one in the middle, put one on top, so on and so forth. So we're all the way down at the very bottom one. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I do have 9, so we're fine. Just kidding. As long as you have 9 of these, I find that to be the best proportion. You can do 8 as well, but I find 9 to be the best for proportion for the size of the hilt. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter. It is really up to you. Next, we're going to place our mine carts on top of these rails. Now, something I just figured out literally while I was making this video that I didn't do in these is, you see there's a gap in it? Well, you can close that gap if you put in one of these. Either one of the mine carts with the hoppers on it, or you can do, for sake of doing it, you could do a mine cart with a furnace. Now, you can also do a mine cart with a chest. I'll go ahead and put that one on there right now, just to kind of see what it looks like. I'm curious myself, to be honest. But I'm going to place the furnace one on top to kind of help cover up the bigger gap that's going to form at the top. But then you just come down to the bottom, and one at a time, you break them, and you watch them fall. And they should stack very nice and evenly up there, and look like a sword. Now, my favorite thing about this is that the edge is lighter, making it kind of look like a sharper edge, and you just kind of get that sword look. So I think this turns out super great. The last thing I'm going to do to round off this sword, quite literally, is to add an andesite block up here, destroying all these. And then I'm going to add an andesite slab right there to connect to this one. It has to be a slab, a full block won't fit there. It clips with that, and so it doesn't place, but if you place one of those right there, you've got yourself a sword. Now, you can keep it like this. Someone said they didn't like the wall on top. I personally like the wall on top, so I'm going to add that to give it a point, just like so. And the very last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place a trapdoor here. Is kind of like a hilt guard. I don't know what they're called, but it's a decorative piece that sticks up into the blade like so, and I'm gonna do that one because I think it looks cool. But that's how you build this super epic statue sword. Now I'm gonna give you a quick look at each one of these right here. So up here we've got our Warped Hyphea with our dangling red vine. The staff is actually made out of the twisting vines in between each one because they have to grow on something. I put these Warped Hyphea right here so that they can grow, and then I just put them there to make them look like little guards. I put a little bottom on there. You can do whatever you want with that bottom. That's just something I put on. But this is supposed to look like kind of a magic staff. Now this is lit up with this redstone underneath. It does blend in with the vines really well, so when you're not looking for it, you can't really see it. But then I put a dead bush on top with a base just to kind of give it a bit of a point to the top, and I think it just looks a little bit like a magic staff. I liked how that one turned out. Last but not least is the trident one here. It's really just a simple stick, and then there's a wall, and then there's an anvil, there's a U shape in the stone wall, and then there's the wooden wall right here, just so they don't connect and they create this nice trident shape. You've also got this kind of shield. You guys can do what you want. It's your world. You guys just mix and match and do what you want to do with these designs in your world, and I hope that they add just so much story and depth and fantasy and lore and medieval greatness. But don't do this, or you bend your sword. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys build these in your world, and I hope you guys really love this edition. So thanks so much again, and have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.